Tanshi Kiowa. Today we're in Vancouver to discuss our modern-day treaty with our Red River Métis citizens who live here.
Our government has begun to plan the future. We've always looked towards the future of how we're going to make the future better for the next generation. That's been the concept of my leadership and my cabinet. We always look to the next generation. How do we make it better and how do we make it stronger?
We're actually going to see the intergenerational wealth that was taken away from our people by our lands being taken, by our houses being burned. So this is something that's been coming for so long. That's going to mean so much to not only us now, but our future generations.
Being a treaty negotiator myself for First Nations for 30 some odd years, I have a pretty good understanding of the ins and outs and language of what treaties are. And so I really wanted to be here because I want to contribute whatever I've learned to help the treaty along.
We've been working for this for a long time. We know where we're going, we know what we want, and we know where we have to be. The treaty itself now is the foundation of what Riel was after. Riel had a promise to negotiate a treaty with the half-breeds. The Manitoba can say, well, they can say Manitoba was a part of the treaty. Yes, it was. But there was still more that the Métis wanted to ensure, including the Northwest Territories. That was our homeland, not just the postage stamp.
The pain that they bore and the fight and the hope that held them in that fight, that even though they'd been robbed of land and their children had been stolen, that they still fought and they still had hope that it's coming to fruition, that this moment it's coming to fruition, and that their pain and their fight was not in vain, that we have carried that forward.
I just hope that we clearly establish the territorial boundaries that were established by Riel in 1870 at the time of the proclamation, and that we clearly identify at the federal level who the Métis people really are.
It cost us $6 million as the MMF to fight for that land claim. During my time, $6 million. And you look at it, that case today is worth billions, not millions. Now guess why the East wants to come in? They want that too. They're saying I should have some land claims. I'm Métis. I belong to the Métis Nation, to Ontario now, to the MNC. They're carrying your flags over there. They're doing your beadwork over there. They're doing your fiddle music over there, Red River Jig. You know, they're claiming your heroes.
In this room, you are here because you believe in the historic nation, because you believe in the Red River Métis. We know that each of us, I can speak for myself, I'm not Métis because I'm mixed. I'm Métis because I have Métis ancestors, not because I'm mixed. It's not a matter of history. We are a people. We are a nation. I don't have rights because I'm an individual with some mixture of blood going back a couple of centuries. I'm a Métis person because my dad was Métis and his parents were Métis and their parents were Métis. That's why I'm Métis. That's why I have rights, only because I'm with you and we're all together and we can assert those rights.
The place where I am mostly at home, to the fullest, is in this room right now. This is the most shifts I've had in a room for real in this province since 2012. I think that says a lot. I wish it wouldn't go. I love having this family here. I love being around it. I wish my son hadn't been sick today so he could be a part of it and experience this.
David works tirelessly for the Métis people and not for himself. And that's what Louis did. That's why they chose Louis back in 1869 to be their leader. He was totally working for the people, and I think that's what David has done. Louis wasn't the same kind of personality that David is at all, but I think he'd appreciate the spirit.
It's stealing an entire nation. So, as I said, there is no way in hell we'll rule over at the Federation. We've always been the guard that always protecting the West, and we'll never stop doing that.
But it's a coming home for our people. When Beyond Borders opened up And the MMF opened up, the Red River Métis opened up and said there's going to be no more borders. Our people didn't realize those borders. These are not of our making. That allowed us to come home to our one true nation.
Say home's where your heart finds its peace.
It's who I am as a Red River Métis. It's who our people are, and it's the people I belong to. And yeah, proud to be here too, to see our national government of the Red River Métis, the Manitoba Métis Federation, leading the way in these discussions, and I'm thankful for the leadership of President Chartrand and for the leadership of our cabinet. So yeah, it's pretty amazing times.
It's only now, this past Monday, that I feel like I've truly come home. I got my MMF number on Monday. I'm home, and I'm bringing my family back with me. We're all going to come back home. This is the point of the nation. And I always did, but I didn't know it. I have a place where I belong. It doesn't matter where I move in this world. I have my home.